Oh yeah, Gusawa. So here in Alaska, it's Elizabeth Pratovich Day. In the 1940s, she was our civil rights leader. She got up in front of legislature and spoke. She was Clinka and Haida, and she was from Klawock. And so today I just wanted to mention that to you because you're Canadian and you might not know. So today we're celebrating
Oh,
Elizabeth Pratovich.
oh,
She's a
Jahawa
fearless Native
Kilhana.
rights leader.
Uh, I I'm very grateful and thankful that you shared that cultural event with me because it grounds me. Today I had a day, and all I did home from work was I sang the national anthem, the strength song, the feast song, and the greeting the day, and I sang it over and over and over. And so I I tell you that because, and then I first thing I hear is this celebration, and I'm like, whoo you know, when
Mhm.
you know your language, your culture, and your ceremonies, and you know where you're going and what you want, and it's so grounding. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I
Gusawa,
digress. I
Gusawa, wave and say Ja Tlagos to Tlagos.
Ja Tlagas, Sanu Dung Dung, or Sanu Dung Tlagas. I love your hair. Like honestly, that's cool. Did Emmers do that? Uh,
He's sporting his little man bun.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
He is such a good looking young man. Right on.
Uh, he just woke up, so he's all grumpy.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and you guys get a lot more daylight up there than we do.
I'm gonna share this screen. I need to bring up the um, Haida Nation anthem. Da, 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 which I'm gonna jump through hoops to get. And as usual, Google Docs is giving me the wrong account. I have to go into mine and Haida Nation anthem. Let me blow this up to 200%. Okay, everyone please rise for the Haida Nation anthem in special honor of Elizabeth Pratovich Day. Yo ho wee, yo ho wee, yo wee, hey, yo ho wee, wee, hey, hi, yo, wee, 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 yo, wee, yo, wee, hey, hi, yo, wee, wee, hey, hi, yo, wee. Ah, we, yo, oh, we, yo, oh, we, yo, we, hey, hi, yo, oh, we, hey, hi, yo, oh, yeah. Ooh, how ooh. Uh, so let me stop screen share.
Oh, and it looks like
And
Huya Tlakia, Da Sanaila, Huya Tlakia.
Singaila, Huya Tlekias, welcome. Dun Kingsley Tikutinai Logan, I'm happy to see you. Today we're gonna share our introductions. I'll do mine and Kunshlo Hana will do hers. And then if you want to practice Kiltla, If you want to practice your Haida introduction, today is the perfect day to do so. As Gruntlil Hana pointed out, today is Elizabeth Pradovich Day. So we're doing our best to honor her, but to also honor our ancestors. So, so I'm going to stand up and give my Haida introduction. I'm going to make it a little bit short, but not super short like Monday. On Monday, I just said my name and thanks everyone and sat right back down. So I'll give a little bit um, more details today. So, Tida Hadala Isis, Atlin and Ash, Di Gurinai, Lagan, Jenny Carl Di Norwegian, George Carl Di Chinorwegian, Ethel Carl Yates Di Norwegian, Ralph Tex Yates Di Hung Norwegian, Rob Yates Hinodikian, Dek Juice Iskin Huya Hadas Hinu Hadkish Dikian. Di U Isquai Hatagan. Di Yalagan. Di U Yaklin Gagan. Chan. Jill. Cluston Hasi Udi Ijun. Ausgleich Uth Ijun. Stow Dill Kugwan Huntley Eklus Nagan. Hot Kist Skatan. How are you? Okay, I lied. Mine wasn't that short. Uh, I said greetings. I said good people. I'm happy to be here. I said my grandmother was Jenny Carl, and my grandfather was George Carl. My mother was Ethel Carl Yates, and my father was Ralph Tex Yates. And I said, my name is Rob Yates. My Haida names are Dek Juice, which means small shrimp, and Huya Hadas, which means white raven in Old Haida. Then I said, I'm Alaskan Haida. I said, I'm Raven. I said, I'm a man of the Yuklanis clan. I said that Doublefin Killer Whale is my crest. There it is. Xaad Kil Class, Doublefin Killer Whale. And then I said that I'm from Craig. I live in Juneau, and I'm a Haida language scholar. And I said, thank you, everyone. So how for listening to me. And now we're going to turn it over to Hana for her introduction.
Jahawa. Yata. Stand. Edit Asha. Dalang hata lais. Atlin ish ishki good night lagen. Patricia Weiser di Nanu Ejin. Budweiser di Chinu Ejin. Patricia Weiser. Vern Gani Edenshaw di Nanu Ejin. Vern Edenshaw di Chinu Ejin. Robert Edenshaw di Hatu Ejin. Nancy Weiser di O Ejin. Emily Edenshaw Tathan, Kuntelhana, Hinudi Kiang, Plagas Kuya Edenshaw, Hinudika Iflanat Kiang, Holtadai Shahunogan, Hot Kill Skatan. So Jahala, I introduced both sets of my grandparents, my parents, my little one, myself, and I said, we're Haida language learners. Oh,
How, did you say your grandfather's name was Budweiser?
yeah, his real name was actually just like your dad was Ralph, but no one called him Ralph, right? Everyone called him Budweiser.
Oh, that's too cool. How Kunshilhana Iskian Plagas. Um, would anyone else like to practice their Haida introduction? Okay.
I will. I will. I will.
Okay,
I
how
will.
Gusawa?
Um, I've got to get this in a form too for you guys to look at. Like you gave me permission. Um, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try. It's a lot different than when we were in class or pieces of it. Still unpacking it. So I got my paperwork. Let's be honest here. I'm learning. um, it's it's all wow. Um, Ila Hadala Isis Atlin on off die Gudanai Lagen. Diu Shisha Gusawa Hinu Hodkith di Kia Ung. John Hansen Iskin Adam Morris Hinu Yats Hatai Ki di Kia Ung. Sangai Figunith U Hodkith Skatung. Hodkill Skata H.E.D. Gudanai Lagen. Atlin if off die Gudanai Lagen. Dunklings FD Gudanai Lagen di Talung. Chatley Studi. No, I'm sorry. Haidagwai Studi non Ejung. Chatley Studi Ao Ejung. England Studi Hung Ejung. Chatley Studi Chatley Studi Ejung. Peterborough, Ontario, H. Uth Nagung. How I kept it short because I really, you can tell I've got to put the pieces together and ask for your help. What I said, because I'm putting pieces together, is hello, good people. I'm happy to be here. I am Seashell. Gusawa is my Haida name. John Hansen and Adam Morse are my white names. I've been a Haida language scholar for 3 years now. I'm happy to be learning. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to see you. I said, my grandmother's from Haida Gwaii. My mother is from Seychelles. My father's from England. I'm from Seychelles, and I live in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. Thank you. There. Yeah. Quite the mix, eh?
How Gusawa for your introduction. Would anyone else like to practice? If not, we are going to go over some Taolong family terms. And we have some new games to play. And let me see, where do I need to go? Oh, I need to go back into Google Docs and bring up Taolong, but I need to screen share first so you guys could see it. That would be nice. Okay, so here's our Talon um, worksheet. Um, we have ow for mother, but ow also applies to maternal, your mother's sisters. It also applies to um, the women of your mother's clan, that same generation. Um, if, for instance, you're talking about the mothers of your clan or the mothers of your village, then we would use the plural form, Howland. And then I have D. Allen, my maternal clan aunts. That's just one of the plurals. It could also be my mother's sisters. Um, the vocative is awa when we're calling out to our mother. Um, jump in anytime, Kunshahana, if you want to add or make a correction. Um, so my mother is Diao, but if we use the reflexive, it would be Awan. Um, Hung is father used by males only, and it could also be your father's brother. Um, Di Hung is what I would say for my father, or Hung An. Um, Hung An is the vocative for father. Ha is father used by females only, and it could also apply to their father's brothers. D hot or hot dung. My father um, wanted to say my father literally. Another one is the reflexive form. And for the vocative, it switches, and don't ask me why, but it switches to an H, Hadad, uh, for calling out to your father. Um, non is grandmother.
I think it's because it's hard to yell out an underline X.
Sorry?
I think it's because it's hard to yell out an underline X, right? Because you use
Oh,
hada when you're calling your dad, and you really want it, but it's
okay.
hard to yell hot. You know, that's that underline X is hard to come out. It's easier to come out as a plain H.
Right. That's a good thought there. Um, it makes sense. But plus they already relaxed the underline X in the first place. Um, and then they relax it even further for the vocative to make it easier on your vocal cords. Um, and there's different dialects with grandmother and grandfather. Um, Nan is grandmother. Nana is grandmother vocative, but some might say Nani. In Skidegate, they would say Nanai. Um, my family, personally, um, we called our grandmother Nanas um, because um, it was labeling her as our own grandmother. So there's different dialects. Um, we could say Dinan for my grandmother, but we could also use the reflexive form, Nanan. Um, and Chin is grandfather, and underneath I wrote the old spelling with an I, which I used to do as well. Because that's the way our elders used to do it. Our elders' orthography made it easier for learners to spell and pronounce. So, so I still like the I in chin, even though the textbooks have it CHAN. Also with the vocative, chana, I still prefer the I because it helps you pronounce it better, chana. Um, and because our precious elders did it that way as well. My grandfather is D Chin, but it changes a little bit in the reflexive. It becomes Chinan. Um, and then underneath, I have D Chin, the old way of spelling my grandfather. Again, because I think it's helpful. Um, my sisters, I could only call them Joss, or the reflexive form, Joss son, if I wanted to say my sister or my sisters. Actually, no, it would change. Um, it would,
Joss lung. Yeah, you just have to add that
yes,
lung on there, and then you're
yeah.
talking about all your sisters.
I have it further down, um, but I don't have it right here. So Jocelyn is the plural. So D Joss or Jocelyn, I'm only talking about one sister. Um, let's scroll down a little bit and then come back. Like um, who Kadanga can say di Jocelyn Stansangagan. I have 8 sisters. I could say for myself personally, I could say di Jocelyn Stansangan. I have 4 sisters. Um, so that is the plural. Let's go back up to where we left off. Um, now, for females, when they say brother, they say da. So di da, a female could say my brother, or the reflexive da un. Um, and then if we want to pluralize it, it would become uh, dalan, which I should type underneath.
Di dalang jagwaang. Di dalang jagwaang. I have 7 brothers.
Okay, wait. This is plural. And let's scroll on down to where we're practicing about siblings. So house and Sue,
Di dunlang jagwaang.
the Dunlung, Jaguang. Okay, got it. Like that.
And then Bella
Okay,
wants to know what reflexive means.
sorry.
Bella wants to know what reflexive means when you're talking about the reflexive version.
Oh,
Along.
okay. So the reflexive is my da, da, da,
So when you're talking about your own specific person, like Claw would be husband. If you said Clawlung, we know you would be talking about your own husband. So in some
yeah.
stories, like that Irma Lawrence has, La Jaang Sudayan, like he said to hit, and because it's Jaang, he's talking to his wife.
Right.
Yeah,
And
La Jaang Sudayan is, yeah. So, he's talking to his wife because of the ang at the end of the relationship term. Della
and
says, how, you're welcome. Yeah, I hope that explained it.
how Kushlohana, yes. I want to put the reflexive in here too when we're talking about our children. So so we could say the get my child, but the reflexive would be um get on. So if someone hears you saying get on, they know you're talking about your child. Um, because that's what the reflexive form means. So both of the D get and get on um, both mean my child. It's just two different ways of saying it. How for that question, and how Kushlohana for your explanation. Um, trying to figure out where
I think we'd
okay,
be on Kwai
so
now.
I think we left off right here. We just got done with talking about brother from the when females say brother. Now, for instance, I'm the youngest out of 13 boys. Mom and dad had 13 boys and 4 girls. So, um, so all my brothers would be Kwai, older same-sex sibling. So it's the way I would say older brother or older brothers. And then so we have D Kwai, the way I would say my older brother. Are my older same-sex sibling. This is used by both males and females. So if you're female and you have an older sister, you would also say dequai. Um, again, there's different dialects. Julie Coburn would talk about her older sister, and her older sister's um, Haida name was Gui, because that's all anyone would call her. Um, so Gui is like the Kasan dialect of Kwai. Um, and then again, let's see, I did this in class. I got to scroll down to look at it. When I'm, oh, here it is. So when I'm talking about my how many living brothers and sisters I have, I would say the Quailan. Notice Kwai got changed to Quailan, the plural form. The Quailan, Tla'unt. So 6 older brothers is in the, oh, this should have the plural as well.
And
The
Della was saying that in
Jocelyn,
the comments that one of her cousin's brothers was called Dunas. So the proper name for, so relationships can also be proper names like Guai, Dunas, Gani.
mhm,
Is that popular a lot?
on. That's very true. Uh, Marge Young of Craig, um, her sister was Florence Melky, and her hidden name was Dunai, and she was in fact the youngest sister. Um, so it happened a lot, um, and I hope it continues to happen.
Fun.
I
I
personally,
like that. How
yeah, I personally think it's cool. Um, so, and not only shows their place in the family, it also becomes their hidden name. It becomes part of their identity. So it's pretty cool.
like so the oldest
Um,
one would be the most responsible one, Guai, Kwai.
yeah,
And then the Dunas would be the young one.
yeah, that's what we have next. Dune is a younger same-sex sibling used by both males and females. Um, like I said, all my brothers are older. I could not possibly use this sentence, but for practice, the Dune. Um, if I had a younger brother, I could say D Dune or I could say Dunan. Um, they both mean my younger same sex sibling. And here is what we're talking about earlier, adding the lung for to make it plural. Like I'm gonna put um, the plural form. Well, first I'm gonna put the singular. Get equals child. Now watch it transform. We drop the D and add a T. Um, we throw in a glottis up and an A-L-A-N-G, get along, is children. So please know it's not always a straight across L-A-N-G. And I think the only time the glottis stop comes in is well, I know we do it with when we're making children plural, but I can't explain why. Um, Perhaps it's for a better flow. Get along comes off the tongue really easy. Get along um, gets there's a little catch. Um, so, and we could see down here where I said the Kwailang, um, my older same-sex siblings, um, and my younger same-sex siblings, the Dunlang. So that's how we did the plural in those ones. With grandmothers, non becomes non-lung, meaning the grandmothers, the nannies. If you're talking about the nannies of your village, then you have to use a plural form, non-lung. I know Skilled Jade, when she would talk about the nannies of Masset, she would say non-lung. Um, okay, so um, Dr. Gulkishka brought this up in class, um, and a student asked, "What what if your mom and dad had all girls and you're stuck in the middle? Is there one word that you could use to relate to all your sisters? And the answer is no, you can't. A
It's
girl
because
in the middle,
culturally we had special relationships, right? Like with your older siblings, especially the same-sex siblings, it's a different relationship than with your younger same-sex siblings. Like if my brother says something to me, one of my dune, I always listen to them because it's my brother, no matter what age he is. Even if he's younger, I listen to him. If I had a younger sister, I might be all like, girl, you don't know. But it's different wisdom, right? Because boys have their own essential wisdom that they get from our grandfathers versus girls who get it from our grandmothers. So, when a boy comes to you as a girl, your brother's saying something to you and he wants it, so you take it. And like Rob, if some of his sister said something to him, he would have to, that's his sister. He needs to do it. Versus, if his older brother said something, he would need to probably hop too. Versus a younger brother where you'd be like, are you trying to trick me, younger brother? I don't know if I trust you.
yeah, kind of like
That's how I
Judy,
always see it though.
kind of like Auntie Judy Helgeson. She's younger, but she's the boss.
Always. La.
um, but if you're a female middle child, there's no single term to call all your sisters in general. You would have to use the terms for older same-sex sibling and younger same-sex sibling, which is right here. The Kwai is again the Dunlung, my older and younger, in this case, sisters. D to we can mean my family member, my friend, but it also can mean my clan relative. Um, I had a cousin of my clan in Masset. He asked me if he could call me Da, and I was yeah. Uh, I said, but you could call me D2E, like my clan. In this case, my clan brother, because he was male. Um, but women could use this for their clan sisters, their clan aunties. Men can use it for their clan brothers and clan uncles. Um, and then we have the skan, or skan, my paternal aunt. Um, as we discussed earlier, the owl is how you would say your maternal aunt, same as your mother.
Oh, and for Tui, that's one of those ones that changes and it drops the EE and it just goes to lung, my friends, my family. So that's one of those weird where the lung, makes it plural, but you have to change the root word a little.
Okay, yeah. The Tolang is plural. And what else was it? Kunshlohana?
I think
You
that's
said
it.
something else besides it being plural. I mean, I knew it was plural, but you added a tidbit.
Oh, that just that you need to drop the I and add the lung to make it plural. So it's different than a few of the other ones where it's easier. It's more like get the
Oh,
lung
okay.
where you have to have a change.
Okay, so you were just explaining the switch to plural. Okay, gotcha. Um, um, so when we say detalan, that covers all of the above: family members, friends, clan relatives. Um, let's say you walk into a room. I'm going to type this. Let's say you got home from work, it's evening, And in your living room is family members and friends. So you would say Singya's. Singya's loss means good evening, and this is from a very good source, from a very precious source. It comes from Shinny Stephen of Haida Gwaii. Um, so we gotta get used to saying Singya's loss in the evening. Singya's loss di Tolang. It would cover all the people that are in your living room, whether they're family member, whether they were friends. So in other words, we don't have to say di Tolang twice. That would just be repetitive. So um, I gotta say good evening. Good evening, my family. I'm gonna do a / friends because it means either or both. So it covers three things. It covers family, covers friends, covers both. Um, so this is Kunshlohana's Nani's name, Gani. And should I have a tone mark over the I, the first I?
I am not sure.
Gani. Um, I'm going to put one because of the pronunciation. Um, it sounds like that's where their tone mark goes. Um, that's a vocative paternal aunt. Um, Dika is my maternal uncle, or Ka is the reflexive. It also means my maternal uncle. But a lot of us use Gaga or Gagi. Um, Gaga, the first A should have a tone mark. Gagi, the first I should have a tone mark. Um, Guessing by the pronunciation. Gaga, Gagi. Um, I get called both of those terms, um, even if I'm not their maternal uncle. um, it's kind of like a term of endearment. Um, Same with Gani, because um, my sister was joking with your non, and because your non is our aunt, and so my sister said, "What am I supposed to call you? Gani, Gani, Auntie, Auntie?" Um, so she's our aunt, but it's not on the paternal side. So that's why I'm trying to explain they're they're like terms of endearment. Um, the hideaway when a cousin's older than you could call them an aunt or an uncle. Um, so okay, so here's how we started counting siblings. Like a female could say, "Di dalan stungang." I have two brothers. Um, uh, a male or a female could say, "Di dun swansanggang," if they want to count and say, "I have one younger sister." Um, if you have three children, Git would change to Gitalung. Slunis would change to Slunogung. Excuse me. because when the number becomes a verb, um, the pronunciation and spelling changes. So D Gittelung, Slunelgung. I have 3 children. Now here's how to break it up. If you have sons and a daughter, let's say, Die Gittelung Islangas Stem Iskien Die Git Jadas Swansungun. I have 2 sons and 1 daughter. We went over Die Git, my child, and the reflexive form is Gitang. And we went over those ones. I recently added the last 3. I want to say something because some people use Kataya wrong. Kataya is only someone you are romantically involved with. It is not like the English word at all. We only say it to someone we are romantically, intimately involved with. So D Kataya, my sweetheart. My wife, Dija, I didn't put in the reflexive. Would it be Ja'an? Yes, it would be. So let's do that. / Ja'an. The reflexive forward. So Dija, Ja'an, both mean my wife. And I say this one to my Haida wife. I say, Ja, hey wife. It's the same pronunciation and the same spelling. Ja. It means hey wife. Deep Claw is my hubby. So it's probably Clawlung for reflexive. I'm gonna double check.
On Tlalung.
Okay, so let me add that. Hungwa, Kushlohana, Hungwa, Hungwa.
On.
My spelling. Okay. Okay, so we are getting to the end of our program. We need to play a game. So I gotta start closing windows. Kahoot is hiding somewhere. Here it is. Okay, so from what I read, I checked these boxes, but I checked them in as what I want to play first, and then the rest will be successive. So let's start easy. Let's just randomly skip some of these.
So if you weren't here on Monday, which I know a few of you weren't, we've been trying to play Kahoots and we did the Quizlet live. So if you don't have another piece of technology like a cell phone, you would need to switch windows and go to Kahoots. And he's going to give us a PIN number to enter when it's time to play. Right now, he's
Yeah,
setting up
so
the
there,
game.
when we ready to begin, there will be a barcode you scan and a PIN number to punch in.
And then if you've never played Kahoots before, you need to be able to see this screen, Duck Juice's screen, plus the Kahoot screen on a different device or the same device. So you can keep switching windows back and forth, but you might not win because it'll take longer.
Is Kahoots app or what?
It's an app or a website.
And
So you can,
go ahead.
oh, so you can either download it from the App Store or you can just get onto your internet browser and go to Kahoots.
I'm just going to add all the rest of the to, and then you could give me feedback if I made it too hard or if it was fun. So now that I selected them all, I press play. Okay, now I'm going to do classical mode and I'm going to hit start. And now you get ready with your phone. You want to scan the barcode on my screen and the PIN numbers right there in huge letters 4242031. Okay, Kunshlohana is in. Kusawa is in.
I don't know how to get in.
Are you able to take your smartphone and your camera and scan the barcode?
It's going to take longer, so go ahead without me.
Okay, Stashkawa, Sawadikwan. Okay, I think we got all 5 players. Hangwa? Kushahana?
On.
Okay, so when I press start, I'm gonna say Haksta. That means get going. Haksta. Okay, we're gonna hit next.
Wonder who it could be.
I wonder, could it be Kushahana?
But I think this is the issue was that it didn't do a full game again.
I know, but let's see, when I hit next this time, it really should bring us to another game. And it didn't. What about play next? Kusawa is here. Oh, now it's back to waiting for players. Kushlohana is in. Sanjat is in. Welcome, Sanjat. I thought that was you earlier, but I only saw your initials. Huya Tlakia is in.
It's asking us for a different nickname. That's why everyone's name has changed.
Oh. Okay, everyone is in. I'm hitting start. That's your clue.
Woohoo! And we're all winners.
Yay. Ulagan.
Pinudang non hedang. How's your non doing?
Okay, I'm sorry, folks. We don't have more time for games. I'll make more time next time. Now we need to sing our departure song, which means I need to go back to Google Docs. Here we go. And we are going to look up departure song. I need to move this out of my way. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try and sing it. Sing along if you like. House dance, king song, dee-to-wee, dee-to-wee. House dance, king song, dee-to-wee, dee-to-wee. Geet squad dangui, kin la song. Geet squad dangui, kin la song. Dee gwee, dee-to-wee, dee-to-wee. Dee gwee, dee-to-wee, dee-to-wee. The Monaghan's king, dee-to-wee, dee-to-wee. The Monaghan's king, dee-to-wee, dee-to-wee. How thank you everyone for joining us today on Elizabeth Pradovich Day. Thank you for honoring her and your ancestors. If you would like to join us back here on Monday, you're more than welcome. Sun Swanson, Dalunk, King Song. I will see you guys Monday. How the Monaghan's King
Jahawa'u. I hope everyone has a good Elizabeth Pradovich Day.
on, on.
How the Monaghan's King?
The Monaghan King.
How